Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something I think we can all relate to? Procrastination.
Ooh,
We're looking at the art of procrastination today.
interesting.
And get this, it says that some of history's greatest minds actually USED procrastination
Wow.
to fuel their creativity.
Hmm.
We're talking like Victor Hugo,
Yeah.
who locked himself in with no clothes to write The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh.
Or
boy.
even Mark Twain's system of organized chaos
Okay.
with multiple drafts going at once.
I see.
So we're going to explore the difference
Yeah.
between the kind of procrastination that just makes you hit snooze 5 times
Right.
and the kind that might actually unlock your next breakthrough.
That's really interesting. It's true. This deep dive, I think, really challenges how we think about procrastination.
Yeah.
The book introduces this idea of the procrastinator's paradox.
Okay.
And that is the idea that procrastination,
Okay.
which we often see as like a negative trait,
Right.
can actually be a powerful tool
Okay.
when it's used intentionally.
So not all procrastination is created equal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, the book, it distinguishes between passive procrastination,
Gotcha.
which is, basically just avoidance,
Right.
driven by fear or laziness,
Uh-huh.
and then active procrastination.
Okay.
And active procrastination is more about strategically delaying a task
Right.
to give your subconscious mind time to kind of work on it.
Interesting.
You know how sometimes you get your best ideas
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
when you're not actively working on something,
Oh, for sure.
like in the shower or you're on a walk?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Absolutely. I get my best ideas when I'm doing the dishes.
Oh,
But my brain finally has space to breathe.
yeah.
So you're saying those moments could actually be considered active procrastination?
They absolutely can be.
Wow.
Yeah, your brain, it doesn't just switch off
Right.
when you step away from a task. It enters this what's called an incubation period.
Okay.
And this is where the magic happens.
Gotcha.
Your subconscious mind, it starts connecting ideas,
Right.
exploring different possibilities, searching for those aha moments.
So instead of beating ourselves up for taking a break, we should be leaning into these moments of incubation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, let's delve into some examples from the book.
Okay.
You mentioned Victor Hugo.
Yes.
The story of how he wrote The Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think, is the perfect illustration of the procrastinator's paradox.
Okay. Yeah. Imagine this. It's 1830.
Okay.
Paris is buzzing.
Yeah.
And Victor Hugo has this massive deadline looming.
Right.
But instead of writing, he is out there enjoying the Parisian social scene.
He was quite the social butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this procrastination, it really put him in a tight spot.
Oh, I bet.
His publisher was breathing down his neck.
Yeah.
He needed a solution, and fast.
Yeah.
So he decided to lock away all of his clothes,
What?
leaving himself with nothing but a shawl to wear.
Wait, he locked up his clothes. That's incredible. But why?
It was a way to force himself to stay home
Okay.
and focus on writing.
Right.
No clothes meant no going out.
Right.
No socializing.
Gotcha.
Just him and his manuscript.
Wow.
So he was essentially creating a constraint for himself.
Interesting.
A technique the book refers to as constraint-based creativity.
Constraint-based creativity.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. I'm always looking for ways to, boost my own creativity.
It's a fascinating concept.
Yeah.
By limiting your options, you actually free up your mind
Oh, okay.
to focus on the task at hand.
Interesting.
You eliminate distractions
Right.
and force yourself to get creative within the boundaries you've set.
Okay.
And in Hugo's case, the constraint was no clothes, no leaving the house.
And what was the result of this, self-imposed exile?
Well, he finished the book 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
Get out of here.
And, of course, it became a literary masterpiece.
So by embracing procrastination
Uh-huh.
and then strategically constraining himself,
Yeah.
he actually unlocked this level of creative productivity
Yeah,
that he might not have reached otherwise.
exactly.
It makes you wonder, what other constraints could we use to fuel our own creativity?
That's an excellent question.
Mm-hmm.
It really challenges us, I think, to rethink our whole approach to work and creativity.
Right.
But Hugo wasn't the only one who found success through procrastination.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. Now, he was a master procrastinator.
There he was.
I mean, he famously said, never put off till tomorrow what you can do day after tomorrow just as well.
Oh, yeah. He had a way with words
Yeah.
when it came to procrastination, that's for sure.
But despite his, kind of humorous approach to deadlines, Twain was incredibly productive.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote 28 books
All right.
and countless essays and short stories.
Yeah.
So how did he do it? Did he
Well,
just like power through those deadlines?
Despite his procrastination?
Well, not exactly. He had a system,
Okay.
a unique approach that allowed him to really kind of harness his procrastination
Right.
rather than letting it control him.
Okay.
One thing he did was he minimized distractions.
Okay.
When he wrote Watt, he would face a blank wall
Interesting.
to eliminate any kind of visual temptations.
I can see how that would help with focus.
Right.
But wouldn't staring at a blank wall get boring after a while?
That's where his other technique came in.
Okay.
Task switching.
Okay.
He often worked on multiple novel drafts
Oh, wow.
simultaneously,
Okay.
switching between them whenever he felt his interest waning.
So instead of forcing himself to like stick to one project, he would, keep his creative energy flowing
Yeah.
by like jumping between different ideas.
Right?
It sounds almost like organized chaos.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And it actually ties into
Okay.
some of the principles of modern multitasking.
The key, as the book highlights,
Mm-hmm.
is finding what works for you.
Right?
Some people thrive on focused attention,
Right.
while others, like Twain, they find that switching between tasks
Yeah.
keeps them engaged and productive.
This whole idea of procrastination as a productivity tool is really fascinating.
Yeah.
But is this just something that like works for creative types,
Right.
like writers and artists?
Yeah.
Or can procrastination actually be a career skill in other professions?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
And what's fascinating is that
Yeah.
in today's kind of fast-paced,
Right.
ever-changing work environment,
Yeah.
the ability to procrastinate effectively can actually be quite valuable
Really?
across various fields.
I never would have thought of it that way.
Yeah, think about it. Procrastinators are by nature adaptable.
Okay.
They don't over-prepare,
Right.
which allows them to pivot quickly
Yeah.
when things change.
Right.
They're also good at working under pressure.
Yeah.
Because all those self-imposed deadlines,
Yeah.
they become training grounds
Right.
for handling real-world stress.
So all those last-minute scrambles to meet deadlines
Yeah.
are actually building resilience.
Exactly. And there's more.
Okay.
Procrastination, it forces you to prioritize.
Right.
When you have limited time,
Uh-huh.
you learn to focus on what truly matters,
Okay.
honing your decision-making skills.
And of course, as we discussed earlier,
Right?
that incubation period can lead to innovative solutions
Exactly.
that might not have emerged
Yeah.
with a more, rigid,
Right.
always-on approach.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So how can someone move from being a passive procrastinator,
Right.
the kind who just avoids tasks out of fear,
Yeah.
to an active procrastinator?
Right.
The kind who uses procrastination strategically?
Yeah.
What advice does the art of procrastination offer?
Well, the book provides several strategies
Yeah.
that can help you harness procrastination for good.
Okay.
One is to create artificial constraints,
Okay.
much like Victor Hugo did
Yeah.
with his clothes.
Right.
You don't have to go to such extremes.
Right.
But setting up a dedicated workspace
Okay.
or using website blockers
Right.
can help to minimize distractions
Right.
and create a more focused environment.
So setting yourself up for success
Yeah.
by removing those temptations
Mhm.
is like a good first step.
Precisely.
Mm.
Another strategy is to embrace task switching,
Okay.
taking a cue from Mark Twain.
Right.
If you find your focus fading on one project,
Yeah.
switch to another one for a while.
Right.
This prevents burnout,
Okay.
helps keep those creative juices flowing.
I like that. Giving your brain a little refresh.
Yeah.
What other tips does the book suggest?
Well, setting ambitious goals is key.
Right.
Remember, Victor Hugo wasn't afraid to tackle challenging projects.
Yeah.
Ambitious goals, they provide the motivation and the creative snark
Right.
that's needed to push through procrastination.
Dream big, then.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But even with ambitious goals,
Yeah.
staying focused can be tough.
Right.
Any advice for staying on track?
Well, the book suggests working in short, focused bursts,
Okay.
much like Victor Hugo's 30-minute writing sessions,
Okay.
followed by short breaks.
Okay.
This technique, it's actually known as the Pomodoro technique,
Yeah. Hey.
and it helps to maintain concentration,
Right.
prevents mental fatigue.
That's a great tip, especially for those of us who,
Yeah,
tend to lose focus after staring at a screen for too long.
right.
What else?
Sometimes a simple change of scenery.
Okay.
can do wonders for your focus and creativity.
Oh, interesting.
Try working from a coffee shop,
Okay.
a park,
Right.
or even a different room in your house.
Right.
It can help to shake things up a bit.
I can see how a change of environment could, help you break through a mental block.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Perhaps most importantly, the book emphasizes
Yeah.
reframing how we view procrastination.
Okay.
Instead of seeing it as laziness or a
Right.
character flaw,
Yeah.
we need to recognize it as a potential tool for idea development.
Okay.
It's about shifting from a mindset of fear and avoidance
Right.
to a mindset of strategic delay and incubation.
So it's not about eliminating procrastination altogether,
Right.
but understanding its role in our creative process
Yeah.
and learning to use it strategically. What kind of procrastinator are you? Yeah, it sounds like the art of procrastination is giving us a whole new way to think about something we've always, thought was like a bad habit.
Right.
Like maybe it's time to stop fighting it
Yeah.
and start trying to understand procrastination.
I think so, yeah. It's about, instead of seeing it as the enemy of productivity,
Right. Yeah.
we could start to see it as a potential ally in the creative process.
And, let's not forget we're talking about people like Victor Hugo
Right.
and Mark Twain.
Exactly.
They didn't succeed in spite of their procrastination, but maybe because of how they harnessed it.
Yeah, their stories, I think, are great examples
Yeah.
of how embracing kind of these unconventional approaches,
Right.
even procrastination,
Yeah.
can lead to extraordinary outcomes.
So maybe the takeaway here is that creativity, it isn't always a straight line,
Right.
Sometimes those detours and delays
Yeah.
actually lead to our best work. Who knew procrastination could be so profound?
It is about recognizing the power of incubation,
Right.
allowing those ideas to simmer and develop
Yeah.
in the background,
Yeah.
even when we're seemingly procrastinating.
Right.
That's when the subconscious mind can really work its magic.
That leads to a final thought for our listeners to consider.
Okay.
What seemingly impossible task might you be able to tackle
Yeah.
if you harness procrastination the right way? Like what creative potential might be lying dormant, just waiting for that strategic delay
Right.
to unleash it?
That's a question worth pondering.
Yeah,
And maybe, just like Hugo and Twain,
right.
we'll find that our greatest achievements come not from, rigidly adhering to schedules,
Right,
but from embracing those unexpected pauses and detours
right.
in our creative journeys.
Well, that's an inspiring thought to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive
Yeah.
into the surprising world of procrastination.
It's been fun.
We hope you've gained some new insights.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little bit of motivation.
Right.
To rethink your own relationship with procrastination.
And who knows, maybe your next aha moment is,
Yeah.
just a strategic delay away.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those creative sparks flying.